And for our first issue this week, our concerns on rice deficiency are hogging the headlines this past week. Now, the Secretary of Agriculture Manuel Pinol speaks out about the Philippines' bumper rice harvest and how we are inching closer to rice self-sufficiency. Our business reporter Zara Hernandez has the story.
Agriculture Secretary Manuel Pinol was quoted as saying that we are moving closer to our goal of rice self-sufficiency. He also said that the Philippines is now 96% self-sufficient in rice because of increased palay production.
Our production of unhusked rice, which is palay, reached 19.4 million metric tons in 2017. The year before, palay production was at 17.8 million metric tons. Last year's bumper harvest, according to Secretary Pinol, was the highest production in the history of the rice industry in the Philippines. Our BizWatch correspondent has more of the story.
Although our palay production is already above and beyond the national requirement, Secretary Pinol said that he is not about to declare rice self-sufficiency as of now. According to him, there are still certain factors to be considered. For now, the Philippines has a national rice inventory of 2.7 million metric tons, which is good for 88 days. For the first quarter, the Agriculture Secretary is expecting an additional 3.1 million metric tons of rice. With a projected 5.8 million metric tons of rice in the inventory, only 2.8 million metric tons will be consumed in the first quarter of the year. For the second quarter, Secretary Pinol has said that he expects to have about 3 million metric tons, good for 96 days. This represents the highest volume of buffer stock in recent years, according to Secretary Pinol. Meanwhile, the Agriculture Secretary is expecting that by the year 2020, the Philippines will be self-sufficient in rice. The country is now increasing its adoption of high-quality rice seeds. The plan is also to intensify farm mechanization, improve access to credit, and promote integrated crop management.
The projections for our intensified rice production are heartening indeed. However, as the Agriculture Secretary himself is saying, we may not be able to sustain our rice sufficiency for so long because population growth is expected to overtake our rice production in about 5 to 10 years.